There's too many racist people that are Christian. There just are. Racist.
But Christianity is racist. It tells you in the Bible how to treat your slave. And white people indoctrinated the slaves to get them to submit to being owned and to be better workers. So religion is always about control and power. And Christianity is inherently racist. I mean, there's parts of the Bible that tells you how to treat your slave, and it was weaponized against the black slave population to get them to be more obsequious to the needs of the slave owner. So that's built in. And the KKK was a religious organization, and we have a crazy Christian problem in the United States of America. We have a racist problem, and the Venn diagram on those two issues is pretty overlapped.
There's too many racist people that are Christian. There just are. Racist.
And white people indoctrinated the slaves to get them to submit to
Shalom, shalom, brothers. Hakim. So I was fixing my tea up in the midst of this.
And Christianity is inherently.
This caption that says, well, first and foremost, I'm going to give all praise and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah HaKodash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Citations to Yakim out there pushing his truth with sincerity and fearlessness. And citations to you would-be judges. Shalom to you, brothers out there on the highways and byways doing what you're supposed to do. All right. But the caption here is Christianity inherently racist? Unpack a controversial claim. All right. And that's what we're going on. It says, provocative argument against suggests that Christianity is inherently racist, citing biblical passage on slavery and is historical weaponized by white slave owners for control. In discussion highlights the KKK as a religious organization and posits a significant overlap between crazy Christian ideologies and racist issues in the United States. All right, and we'll run that back.
There's too many racist people that are Christian. There just are. Racist.
But Christianity is racist. It tells you in the Bible how to treat your slave. And white people indoctrinated the slaves to get them to submit to being owned and to be better workers. So religion is always about control and power. And Christianity is inherently racist. I mean, there's parts of the Bible that tells you how to treat your slave, and it was weaponized against the black slave population to get them to be more obsequious to the needs of the slave owner. So that's built in. And the KKK was a religious organization, and we have a crazy Christian problem in the United States of America. We have a racist problem, and the Venn diagram on those two.
The KK is a religious. Because, you know, she said was like this is a historical thing. Now they here. They still there.
Issues is pretty overlapped.
There's too many racist people that are Christian. They're just all right. Racist. Hey, well, you from... I'm a survivor. This is 19-year-old Sade Robinson leaving a bar with her date, unaware.
We just gonna go video to video. This is a 19-year-old. Cause look, we got shameful spewing happening. We got Eve getting attacked by Esau. 19-year-old Sade Robinson was unalived and cut into several pieces by her date, which is an Edomite. Look how red that guy is. All right, and our women are delusional in this society. And they see the Edomite as a success. It's called Salakia. But they see Edomites as a success, and they end up with them and end up being kidnapped or being slaughtered or being eaten alive and all this type of stuff because that's just Esau's vein, you know. And our women don't realize that, and you know we being at the bottom as Israelites, so-called black, so-called Hispanic, so-called Native Americans being at the bottom, our women see us as a tail and they act as it. And their backsliding daughters, and you know, she that is mine enemy shall see it, and this is what this is, and it's gonna happen even more, because Esau is crooked. Esau is a rapist, robber. Esau is one of the most strongest of pedophiles known to today, and they're even stronger right now. They don't publicize it.
19-year-old Sade Robinson reportedly went on a date the previous evening and hasn't been seen since.
Miss Robinson! Milwaukee Police, please answer the door. We're gonna come in otherwise.
Nobody's seen her since the date. This is 19-year-old Sade Robinson leaving a bar with her date.
There's all types of shit going on, man. Look at this. She that is mine enemy. That's the spirit.
Y'all that don't know what a misandrist is, it's the opposite of a misogynist. A misogynist is a woman-hating man. So a misandrist is a man-hating woman. But to be more specific to this is a group of funky black bitches not only talking down about black men to a white man.
She that is mine enemy, man. We see what's going on. I got another video.
But plotting the elimination of all black men. Watch this whole ass shit right here, cake ass nigga.
Well, is there any women here who don't want to deal with men, period, or is it just black men, or is it a mixture?
It's just black men, and we actually want non-black men's help in these corrections that you speak of.
So what are the corrections that you're looking for specifically?
Force, because that's the only thing that's gonna work.
But I mean, what are you looking for black men to arrive at? A place of understanding of like what do you want to see?
Well, we believe that there is no hope for them. That we don't believe in changing their minds. We don't. But I'm trying not to say what I really want to say because you're on stage. But if they could not exist, hey, we wouldn't be mad at.
I think for me, I want the coddling culture to kind of stop. I think they get validated a little bit too much and they're not held accountable as much as white men, Hispanic men, Asian men. Like, the legal system works to their benefit a little bit more than they think it does. They're seen as the ultimate, like, most oppressed. And I think that coddling culture needs to stop and they need to be held accountable for their actions.
Because we live in white male patriarchy, white men set what's socially acceptable. So with you all setting what's socially acceptable, the degenerate behavior of black male culture needs to be checked, and there needs to be more, because we're no longer looking for accountability from them because they've proven that they will not take accountability. We need the men who set the
The audacity of these wicked bitches, as if they are on a level of men, but carry on.
culture to make them take accountability by exacting some sort of consequence for perpetrating behaviors that are not socially acceptable because you all create the socially acceptable
Nigga, do you believe these fucking black bitches right here, cake ass nigga?
And it's an old video, but yeah, that's what that is. Hold on, let me see. I know I seen something. Do. Yeah, man, these is high times, and people are really showing their true colors. All right, that's why it's good for brothers to be among other brothers, because you got even Jake men with the same type of female mindset, man. They'll take you out, All right, let me see. Trying to figure out. Oh yeah, this right here. Elon Musk calls brain chip Jesus level technology. All right. So coming into this time, we are talking about the MOTB. All right. Matter of fact, let me get a precept to close out what we just had out there. We got to put the precepts and align them with the precepts. All right. She that is mine enemy. Well, that's my Ecclesiastes, and that shows how our women are right now towards us. It is what it is. Micah chapter 7, verse 10. Then she that is mine enemy shall see it, and shame shall cover her, which said unto me, where is the Lord thy God? Mine eyes shall behold her, now shall she be trodden down as the mire of the street. All right. And that's going to be the reality of our so-called women, so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. It's going to be terrible because they've chosen the devil. All right. Now back to this. Elon Musk calls brain chip Jesus level technology. And we all know about the mark of the beast that the scriptures speak on. This is aligning with prophecy. All right.
Kind of brain machine interface. I think some kind of brain machine interface.
See how red he is. Let's eat him.
Give you, I think some kind of brain machine interface that can give you cybernetic superpowers. I think is probably good. It could, help people that have brain or spine injuries. Restore, enable people who never spoken for years to speak again, which we've done. Give people eyesight who have lost both eyes of the optic nerve, or maybe have never even seen at all, blind from birth. With direct interface to the optical centers in the brain, you can actually restore eyesight, give people eyesight that never had before, and you can enable people to walk again, which I think is profound. I mean, these are kind of Jesus level things, let's say like when technologies are getting like Jesus level miracles, that's pretty good. I think some kind of great.
And we see the pride in this devil. All right. And the scriptures actually speak on this. Let's go. I think, let me see. Revelations. Chapter. Bear with me. Bear with me. Hold on. He says the power of peace, because the earth them to swell and worship the first beast. All right. That's Revelations chapter 13, which is falling into what we were talking about, this mark of the beast. All right, because he's going to exercise this technology is Esau's new so-called last little chance. This is his power, this left hand magic. All right, so let's go to Revelation chapter 13, 12. And he exercises all the power of the first beast before him, and causeth the earth and them which dwell therein to worship the first beast, whose deadly wound was healed. All right. And that's talking about Rome revitalized into this place now in the same system. And he doeth great wonders, so that he maketh fire come down from heaven unto the earth in the sight of man. And that's the Hiroshima, that's the atom bomb, all that stuff. That's what this devil has done. All right. That's why he had fear for so long for these people. And, it's reversing now. And deceive them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight. Didn't he say the Jesus level power? The means of the miracles that he had power to do, which is to bring eyesight. And that's why that Jesus level power, that's prophecy. That's coming off the pages. All right. That's what's happening here. All right. And he deceived them that dwell on the earth by the means of those miracles which he had power to do in the sight of the beast, saying to them that dwell on the earth that they should make an image to the beast which had the wound by a sword and did live. All right. And he had power to give life unto the image of the beast, that the image of the beast should both speak and cause that as many as would not worship the image of the beast should be killed. All right. And we're going into the mark, verse 16. And he causeth all, both small and great. And that's talking about anybody, every damn body, man. A big status, large status, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their forehead, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. Here is wisdom. Let him that have understanding count the number of the beast, and for it is the number of a man, and his number is 666. All right. So that lines up, man. He's trying to make it as if it's miraculous, but it's really a technocracy prison that they're trying to set up. All right. A prison of technology that they're trying to set up. All right.
Brother Tommy Sotomayor, I'm going to tag him down below, but he was right. Black man, I'm going to let you know you have no friends, even amongst your own women.
Yep. So, I took the spirit over there to the MOTB because that's what's happening. I did do a video on how Elon Musk is trying to sue something to make it so that his AI can be discriminatory. All right, because they know they have nothing but a short time. They think of Simeon Toko with they want to have they feel like it's going to save their race or whatever because they have a short time. That's why they go hard. That's why they get in the secret places, because they see they have a short time. They got to ramp up this shit. They know that the actual so-called Jesus level power, which is Yahweh power, is finna come and wreck shop. All right. Wreck shop and show strong miracles. And they see that stuff up there in the heavens with their high technology, weapons. But back to Eve. All right. This is the video I was looking for. She that is mine enemy. Check it out.
About you. Look at all the hood rat black bitches agreeing with it. And also look at what they raise you to become just so they can justify in telling everybody else how bad you are. So create a problem. Address this problem later on as a problem so that someone else can go and fix it. Gee Willikers. That sounds like the FBI, don't you think? They also enjoy resting off of the laurels of your hard work. You build it, they claim it. Ain't that a bitch? There's no black and brown unity, by the way. These people are pretending like they are one in solidarity with you just so they can get benefits and cast you by the wayside. They hate you, so stop claiming these Spanish retards. They call themselves whites or blacks, whatever.
So we got we got niggas and spiggers. Our own people hate us. But the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of. And we have our northern kingdom that show hate towards us because of this a lot of BS. But they are our people. Despite what this brother's talking about, his brother don't know what he's talking about. But he does feel whatever he feels because we are in this Babylonian era. But we all come from the 12 tribes of Israel, the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Just to put that out there.
For inconvenience them both, but I can't knock their hustle, but at least be honorable. Unfortunately, they have none. Follow and subscribe for more Common Sense content.
Yep. You ain't lied, man. It's and then we coming into a time where even your average Jake is just like they got it down. The philosophy of what's going on down packed, but they just don't have the Lord. All right, they smart, and these times they smart, wise, and what the behavior of the woman, and that's why you got the manosphere and all this stuff. But they have no light. There's no light in them. If they're not talking about the Lord, Yahweh Shai, they ain't got no light in them. Fish with the bones in it, And we ain't no fucking pro-black. We so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, man. It's high time to wake up out of sleep, man. It's high time to get it together. Things are getting cold out here. Cold as fuck. That shameful spewing is rising on them. Shameful spewing is rising on these damn devils, man. All right. Rising. They speak what? They speak blasphemy about your oppression. Look at this.
Oppression was worse, the oppression of women or the oppression of African Americans or blacks?
African Americans were eaten.
They don't even believe that their people ate our people on a regular. All right. But that's how you know this place has to go, because they only speak unlawfully. They only speak down upon your shit, man. They not finna bring no true justice on what they've done to our people, even though that the atrocities and the slavery that happened to the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American was known as the #1 fucking crime of the fucking century of history recently. All right. They're still gonna talk crazy like it's never happened.
Widespread cannibalism in the United States, Melissa.
Specific lady in New Orleans. I know who you're talking about.
One example of
Esau don't even know his history. Esau doesn't know that they even ate their own in the caves and stuff like that. They don't even know Vlad the Impaler and all this shit. They don't even realize that they are fucking sickos, because they've lied to themselves. That pride has hit them so strong, and the lies have hit them so strong, they don't even know. They dumb as fuck. It's funny. What is coming, the light is coming.
cannibalism is not evidence of widespread.
They used to mix lead and why is that even a question?
Because you're only pointing to one example.
It's not one example. Christopher Columbus wrote about eating. Christopher Columbus is a cannibal now? Yes, he literally has journals of eating children. That is true.
I don't know. We gotta fact check this shit.
And there you have it. Every generation, people get dumped. The worst type of dude. Sentenced to 20 years on a convict release gang for taking a horse he was too small to ride. Like 12-year-old son.
So here's the real reason why all these racist-ass white men want to take us back to before 1865, because that's where they really want to go with this. So here's the thing. Back in 1865, rich white men could just essay black women all they wanted to. And that's what this is all about. White men have never been able to handle rejection. Ever. And they want to go back to a time where they didn't have to deal with it. Where they could just, if they got turned down, they could go back out into the field, grab someone from one of the houses, and have their way with them without consequences. That's what they truly want. So,
And then they want to make Jake the face of it. This is shameful spewing, guys. He knows.
here's the real reason why.
Like 12-year-old Cy Williams, sentenced to 20 years on a convict release gang for taking a horse he was too small to ride. 8-year-old was 6 years old. By the turn of the century, tens of thousands of Americans, 1/4 of whom were children, had been condemned to hard labor in convict lease camps.
Convict leasing was slavery's replacement. It has been described as worse.
And they still got this slavery for. That's why they putting Jake into these prisons and stuff like that. That's what they're doing. You can't be homeless no more. Either you go and work in slavery, or they're doing. This is what they're trying to do.
In every respect, it really was. What typically would happen is that some landowner, somebody who needed workers for the mines, someone who was going to build a railroad would come into a community and say, "I need 600 men," and these companies would pay the states a certain amount of money for this labor, and it was a very profitable system for economic development in the Deep South.
To supply the demand for convict labor, sheriffs arrested blacks for misdemeanors and vagrancy. Judges sentenced them to far harsher terms than whites charged with the same crime. For petty theft, a white man might receive 90 days in jail. A black man, 2 years on a convict lease gang.
To get the quota, law enforcement would not think twice about finding any able-bodied person, including 9, 10, 11, 12-year-old kids.
They cleared snake and alligator swamps, dug coal and gas-filled mines, built railroads and tapped turpentine trees in 100-degree-plus heat. Men worked 14 hours a day, 6 to 7 days a week, in conditions that one convict described as 9 kinds of hell. Sometimes housed in rolling iron cages, like those used for circus animals, fed the worst of food, denied medical treatment, men died from malaria, scurvy, frostbite, sunstroke, dysentery, snakebite, and shackle poisoning.
Yeah. That's tough, man. Done to thy brother Jacob. Violence done to hold on, let me see. Obadiah chapter 1 verse 10. For thy violence against thy brother Jacob, shame shall cover thee, and thou shalt be cut off forever. And that's the times we're in, man. All right. Revelations 12:12, he knows he got a short time. Shame is covering them. History is never leaving. People are coming back to what they've done, and they're still harping on their racism and stuff like that. Rejoice and be glad. And they're going to go hard, man. It's going to be some real stuff, man. The devil is showing their horns. But with that, I hope the elect was edified. I want to give all praises and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makahak Wadash, Kwam Yasharallah, Abad Babal. Hey, stay in the spirit. Shalom.